Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Archive, where we once again return with Final Fantasy XIV. I'm a bit tired tonight, as per normal after my shifts. A little late, I almost had a little bit of a screw-up. I thought I was supposed to be streaming at 9:30, but that's because I messed up my work schedule a little bit, but I scheduled for 10:30 correctly. So everything got sort of balanced out in the end overall. Now, I did notice, and I didn't notice this until literally 5 minutes I was supposed to start streaming, but game's going down for maintenance at 2 a.m. EST. So I'm not going to be able to play for super long, not to mention I can't play for super long tonight anyway, so it kind of works out. But we're going to at least go until 12:30, 1 o'clock. So let's do more Omega raids, baby. We've got progress to make. If I'm right, there's still 11 raids we have to do before I can even start Shadowbringers, because I've got to finish, I assume, 8 more raids in the Omega series, and then obviously whatever the Alliance raid series is, we need to do that as well. Speaking of, while we're waiting on queue times, we'll probably be starting the Alliance raid quests just to get them sort of started so we're not, like, dilly-dallying too much. Anyway, to actually get started, though, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the Yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with its next stage of its experiment, but Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground. Wrong voice. Colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the Yawn. Yeah, that's probably not great. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alta Roita made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contests that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction, for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous. He says with eyes aflame, for once I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the foray. Needless to say, it's an invitation we can't refuse. Not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, you ready to answer the call? Again? And a fucking again? It never ends, does it? It's just endless enemies to kill and fight. And you know what? It is fun, though. You know, I do enjoy it. Well, I'm afraid Bix and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry. Nero and I will see to it that we will receive all the support you need. Defeat's not an option. I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Love that little head tilt he does when he's confused or questioning something. Okay, so that is Alpha. I have the two-person motorcycle mount where he sits in the ride, when this model sits in the ride car. And that makes so much more sense. I'm like, did they just base it off of Alpha? No, did they just give Alpha a Garland Ironworks uniform? That's so cute. Custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He is part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right we give him some protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. Never was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. I wish I had this uniform. Really? I wouldn't be seen dead in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. I'm not sure it'll last long on you, what with all the fighting, but if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. Fascinating though this discussion of Ironworks garmenture undoubtedly is, might our time might not be better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. To think that I got all the big words correct and then fucked up one and then fucked up two. I am nothing if not consistent. Consistently the best at everything, of course. I mean, have you seen me? Obviously a joke. Alright. So, what manner of disasters are we going to fight this time? Are we going to do some actual mobbing and dungeon runs? Or are we going to just fight more bosses? I'm fine either way. I like running, I like the more mobile sort of dungeon style of the raids that we had in Heavensward, but I also like the bosses we're doing here. They're all really cool designs. I guess we'll find out one way or the other. Oh, we have another instance. Oh, invite. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look great. I'm ready when you are. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. I'm hoping to at least clear out the second set of raids for this. And I doubt... there's no way we're finishing it tonight, but I'm hoping to at least get through 4 more. Right then. Into the Yawn we go. I am with you, mortals, along with that what scant wisdom I can provide. I love that Midgard Somer is just chilling with us this entire time. I know I said this last stream, but it's really kind of cool that he's just, you know, been just sitting idle and waiting, you know, and now he's just decided to pop out and help us out a bit again. Things have changed a bit. I see. I don't like the giant eye in the center and how it's opening. Well, the rift seems much as it did before. And we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega. 'Twould seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Project progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one of which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Not save for thy continued existence, hast thou no thought for what has befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to blip bloop. You good? Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculated projected combat capabilities. Complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. Seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff, then? Hello. Nice cards. Those are some nice cards. Which means, one moment. Card game. Play. You mean to play a part in proceedings this time. Well, of course that's what you meant. We do have authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. What a fucking group. Sid, Nero, the Warrior of Light, Midgard Somer, and fucking weird Alpha thing. A weird mini chocobo construct. But I'll take it. I appreciate a little shake up in our general crew. Alright, yeah, invulnerable. Ah, nice try, Alpha. I appreciate the sentiment of trying to help me. But don't step into the obvious traps. Alright, next area. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't even as hard as the last set of challenges. What is he, just giving us a warm-up? Like, he really looked at us beating those 4 earlier bosses and, okay, never mind, you're, oh, hello. It's actually, I spoke too soon. I'm assuming all of these are invulnerable. Okay, this is going to get very bad if I don't find a way to turn these fucking barriers off. Also, why these enemies? I hate these fucking things. It's so gross. That's a lot of boxes. I mean, that works. I didn't know you had it in you, Alpha, but alright. Ah, backup's gotten here. Right, are we ready to... Ah, apparently not. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. Hello, Hammer. It's been a while. Oh, seeing you in your battle armor again. That's a throwback. Behold, the mock... something. I don't remember what the L stands for. Iron Nero. Complete with new and improved Mighty Mjolnir Gunhammer. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation. Oh, it even had me face the same direction. Cool. I don't know which one I'm locked onto. You know what? Draw all the aggro. His name changed to Iron Nero. Oh, buddy. Nothing else. Don't tell me Omega's given up already at finding me a suitable challenge. Oh, this is more like it. I am rapidly losing HP here. Not enough to make it really matter. And we've got bloodbath up everywhere. Anyway, I almost said bloodlust, but that's not what that's called. That seems to be the end of them, and of the path as well. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. In between scrambling to stay out of the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? He boasteth that it is one but many tools at his disposal. I cannot keep a consistent Midgardsormr voice. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Analysis complete. Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as Subjects' Note. Midgardsormr, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn unto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in a spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. I should think thee the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me a tempest of rage. But I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. I have a feeling I know what that mask is leading up to. The first immediate assumption I'd be making would be that it's, since we fought previous Final Fantasy final bosses in earlier content, that could be Kefka. I've never played FF6, but I know of it. It's a pretty famous game, all things considered. The Sigmascape, huh? I shall set to work analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now, what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past. But as our dragon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with the conquering of the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test world you need to conquer. The Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly a surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll have to go into blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight, but needs must and all that. Are you up for the challenge? Can I ask you to join her, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but she'll need your authorization if she's to do battle inside the test world. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. Well, Well, you know what it isn't? It's not Omega, and it's not the 4 bosses I fought previously. That I can guarantee, at least for the most part. Quick whack. Sigmascape version 1. Okay. I'm like, where the fuck am I looking? I'm looking in all the wrong places. Well, less than 5-minute queue time. That's the advantage I get for playing at a reasonable time of the day. Granted, 11 o'clock is not what I'd normally consider reasonable, but, you know, better than nothing. Okay. While we wait, let me see. That's not the tab I want. Alliance Raids. FF14. I don't want any spoilers. I just want to know what I just want to see where I am going to pick this quest up. Alliance Raids. Not looking at anything. Just gonna click on it and see where to pick it up. Required quest. City Fallen. I don't think I've unlocked that yet. No, I have not. Okay, so I need to go to Kugane, is where I'm going. The worst part is, if I go to Kugane and get teleported, I immediately fucking, I immediately have to do the teleport back. But I'm hoping to at least pick this quest. Oh, right, I can't fucking teleport here. Which makes sense. We're in, like, an alternate ethereal plane, but what? I would like to be able to teleport. I make that mistake every time. Alright, Kugane. That is a huge hat. Let's see, where we're looking for Dramatas Personae. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, man. I'm barely good enough at English, let alone fucking pronouncing whatever the fuck that is. I mean, it uses English characters, I'm aware, but... And before I get the queue pops, before I'm out of this cutscene, which will probably happen. Welcome. There is a young maiden here who would speak with you. Miss, the adventurer has arrived. Do I know you? Is there any reason you're looking for me in particular? And here she is, the liberator of both Doma and Alamigo in the flesh. I'm Lena Murila, a correspondent for the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. But enough small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance you'd pass by. I'm sorry, yesterday morning? Why do you need me so badly? No, I'm here because... Actually, it's best you heard it from Alma. I am but an observer. And who are you? Is this the adventurer of whom you spoke? Indeed it is. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You are his only hope. Wow, that's a lot to drop on me at once. Fuck. I have to go all the way back here. This is a kind of a waste of time, isn't it? Because every time I'm going to start this cutscene and get a little bit through it, the queue's going to pop, and I'm going to have to go teleport back to Kugane, walk back over here, skip through all of the bits of cutscene that I missed, that I've already seen. But, fuck. The fuck am I looking at? Okay, it's a train. We're fighting on the back of a train? I'm fighting a train? Oh, wait a minute. There is a boss in early Final Fantasy that's a train, isn't it? Okay. It was a little strange, but alright. Touch Ghost when fog is coming, or just follow team. Okay. Oh, I think I see what's happening. You know, I did not think this is how I was going to be spending my evening. Fighting trains. I'm assuming I'm doing that right. That was a terrible time to pop that button. It's a waste of Chen-Chi's Shin. Oh, now we're mobbing. Alright. This is a really cool fight. Holy shit. This is just cool. I'm not gonna waste my mudras this time. I will waste that. Hey, I wasn't the last. Alright. Wait, let me be last. Well, at least he's honest. Oh. Bunny of shame. I didn't even realize I had a mudra queued up. You know, I could probably be throwing down dots just to make this a little faster, but honestly, I don't 100% remember what my mudra dot button is. I think it's RQE, but I'm not 100% certain. I'll just greed everything. Bots. You're welcome? I don't know who you are, at least not off the top of my head. I mean, you're a ghost. But, not really sure of who. That could totally have been somebody I met in the story, and I just don't fucking remember. I'm gonna be real here. Also, my green screen is not covering all of my shit at this corner. There we go. It was bothering me. I know it wasn't like, I know it was very minor, but that kind of shit just bothers me. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. The glorious absurdity of it all. Even you must have managed to smile. One wonders what Omega has in store for you next. A delinquent rowing boat, perhaps? Or an angry cable car? Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. That's the wrong voice. Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. When I first saw you'd be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. But with all that oddness behind us, we can fully ascertain we have the right set of data for the Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues of its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other dimensional, we can only guess that at its source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, it seems safe to assume that the author had a bad experience with a train. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight, but we should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you're to be pitted against a foe known as Chadarnuk. Not a train this time, but some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be the key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something I thought might be useful. Thrown together, he says. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fantasy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where credit's due. Well done. History will appreciate my genius. To you, I present the fruits of my labor, the Chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say that I have adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you will be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Naturally, the process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. Now back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly valued the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is that another task his lordship the chief can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. Yeah, let's, we've got more important things to do, Alpha. Listen, as much as I'd love to stand here and watch you bicker all day, I have enemies to fight. Next to the kettle is one of Alpha's cards. Its face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Quack? Quack quack! Alpha appears keen. Yep. Sigmascape version 2. Are you still arguing? There really was no need to make it resemble a brush, but as we already had a supply of chocobo feathers, I thought, why not? Let's see what it's capable of, shall we? Oh, sorry. Got a little distracted there. Talk to Alpha when you're ready, and we can see about crossing the Chardonnay character off the list. Alright, we'll queue for version 2. We're going to try to finish that cutscene in Kugane. If we fail one more time, I will stop attempting and just wait for cues. I don't know what else I'd do. Like, I could just finish the cutscene after the dungeon, but since it insists on putting me back in the Deltascape, or the Sigmascape, it doesn't really help me much. Alright, Kaiten, let's try this again. I'm not gonna skip the cutscene. I actually have to watch half of it. I just get to skip through all the dialogue and hope to God that this queue doesn't pop and interrupt all of my progress yet again. Fuck! Hey, at least these queues are quick, though. I will take quick queues. It means I'm not going to get much other than these things done, but I'll take quick queues. That means we might actually be able to make more than 4 raids of progress. God, hearing the remix of the classic Final Fantasy battle themes is great. Okay, now I'm warmed up. I actually remember all of my abilities. Except I kind of wasted that. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, I see. So essentially, we've got to take the, we've got to use the brush to give ourselves an aspect of the painting that that he's currently trying to possess. I see. Easy enough to remember. This is kind of funny looking. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Oh. Mouse button. Didn't even see it pop up on my hotbar. Oh my god, I am taking damage. That's not the mood draw I wanted. It just totally ate one of my fucking buttons. Yeah, I can probably wait to do that until he, ouch. At least I figured the mechanic out, though, halfway through, which I will take. Fuck. I'm an idiot. I have been fucking... Target the boss, please. No wonder. I'll take one death. And it was mainly for me not understanding the mechanic until too late. My fault. Welcome back. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. I don't know if I really got the hang of it. I mean, I got the hang of it and then immediately died, so not really getting the hang of it, but I appreciate the trying to raise my spirits a little bit. A makeshift solution worked as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy, as is intended. I feel I should remind you, however, that that brush was very specifically designed with that arena and that foe in mind. Against aught else, it will avail you precisely as well as any other brush. One moment. Aye, this is Garland. That's great news, and oh, they did they? Understood, we'll meet them out there. And that was Jesse. Apparently, Biggs and Wedge considered themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No, thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine. Just the three of us, then. Chief, the Warrior Light and Alpha, too. We didn't mean to drag you all away from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, should you even be walking? The Churgeon will probably want to have words with us later, but we couldn't just slide back and let you brave the rift on your own. Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs? Ah, yes, the little jobs. It does seem that you two have spoiled me. I only recently learned that the kettle does not, in fact, fill itself. But we're muddling along somehow. She's been a pillar of strength, as always. Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion, and Nero has been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet, so go home, heal, and don't come back till you're fully recovered. It's good to hear that everything's going well, but you call us the moment anything goes wrong. We'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl. Listen to me, Alpha. That uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee of Garland Ironworks. That means you can call on us whenever you're in trouble, and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while, so I want you to look out for... don't want you to look out for the Warrior Light and the Chief for us, alright? Queh. Oh, before I forget, we brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on field rations alone. Ooh, hello. I'm gonna take the dexterity one because I think that's what I use most for this class. I more than likely won't remember to drink it, but, you know, not that they're necessary. I know they're not, like, that hugely important for story content. They're mostly there if I wanted to do the Savage raids. But, still. Now, what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is this fourth opponent, but if I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, the knowledge and reason will prevail. For even the most random actions are products of an underlying logic. One has to isolate the behavioral triggers. Blech. Tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. Nero? Buddy? Okay, not really buddy per se, but Nero? Alpha and Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make the descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have yet a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... I mean, it will all be over before you know it. We appreciate you coming up to meet us. After imagining everything that could go wrong in there, it was a relief to find you quietly getting on with the job. We'll have to hurry up and get well. Thank you for joining me up there. I know it meant a lot to Biggs and Wedge. Nero, you good, buddy? You good? Back are you? We should return to the task at hand. Everything all right, Nero? You look a bit green around the gills. The kettle was full of seawater. Not the best stuff to brew coffee with, it turns out. Really? Well, it wasn't my doing. Of course not. That would involve you filling it. The water came from Alpha, created by one of those cards of his. It was very thoughtful of him to make the effort, but next time I'd prefer a beverage that didn't leave me feeling ill. In any case, you can handle the support for this third battle on your own. I want to begin preparations for the fourth. Fair enough. Right, your next foe is simply known as the Guardian. Unlike that ordeal with Chardonnay, this battle promises to be relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. Sigmascape version 3. And we're making pretty solid progress. At the rate in which we're progressing, we might actually be able to do one or two of the, well, no, I doubt that. These fights do take a while. We'll probably call it after the fourth boss. And I don't see any point in going back. We're just gonna chill and wait. The file I found on the Guardian says that it's... Oh, wow, that was fast. A weapon employed in the defense of an empire's capital city. That should give you some idea of the extent of its capabilities. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let's rock. Think I'm safe here? Yep, should be good. I shouldn't have stocked up a 5th charge, because now I'm just wasting it, but that's fine. Where is mine? Or is there not one for me? All right. It's weird to be fighting Ultras again, that I will admit. Oh, I see. Okay. Good to know. This thing is a tank. Okay, was not sure what was going on with those bombs. Ooh, didn't die that time, though. One thing I really like is how, as we progress through the story, things progressively get more and more chaotic, and more things start to happen, and that's fun. I really enjoy that. Like, that was chaos, but it was fun chaos. Alright. What I'll probably do is we'll complete the 4th raid here, and then we'll call it for the evening. I hate doing these shorter streams, but tis simply the tis simply the way things must be for a while. Done, are you? Then it's almost time. Congratulations, old friend. Judging by the lack of smoke and holes, I'd say you have a natural talent for avoiding laser beams. And this is what passes for a straightforward battle in here. Phantom trains, possessed pictures, and now this Magitech-like machine. Assuming it was real, the realm in the Sigmascape is based on must have been highly advanced in both the arcane and the mechanical arts. 'Tis truly a pity we cannot identify the test world's origin. Imagine how much we might have learned from such a civilization had we encountered it under different circumstances. But now's not the time for such idle thoughts. The next battle will be the last for this world, and Nero should have a strategy to share with us by now. This is it. The final battle to conquer the Sigmascape. We've put together a profile of your next opponent. You've encountered some fantastical foes in here, but this time you'll have the novel experience of fighting an actual person. His name is Kefka, and he's a jester. I fucking knew it. According to the data, his preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Apparently, he found comedy in the tragedy of others, and condemned countless thousands to death for his own amusement. That a jester should bring such misery. 'Tis almost amusing. Nevertheless, we must treat this villain with all seriousness. His rise to godhood and subsequent rule over a shattered world is clearly documented in the records. Kefka is a formidable mage, and a cunning one besides. Your tactics must both account for both his power and his trickery. You've been working on a solution, yes? Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Have you ever known me to do anything by halves? The Jester's face paint is a mask for his intent. If you only watch the surface, you'll be fighting at a disadvantage. To put it bluntly, Kefka will seek to deceive you. Even as you predict his actions and adjust your position, his true attack will reveal the feat for what it was. This is where things become interesting. I've turned on this monitor to allow me to observe the Sigmascape with a greatly enhanced clarity. If I observe the discrepancy between Kefka's behavior and the impending attack, I will endeavor to warn you. The timing will be critical, of course. How confident are you of this strategy? I predict a 50% chance of success. Any delay, however slight, in reacting to his feats will render my warnings all but pointless. Isn't it exciting? There's no safe way to practice this, hero. We must test our tactics on the field of battle. I'm afraid he's right. I'll lend you all the support I can from this side. Make what preparations you need and head into the Sigmascape. We can't let this Jester have the last laugh. Embrace your destruction. It is the fate of all things. But people can always rebuild, and new lives will always be born. A fragmented conversation that accompanied Kefka's data. His was the first line, but there was no mention of who uttered the reply. You admire this villain. Perhaps. I admire the idea of upsetting the status quo. Go on, champion. I tire of waiting for the fun to begin. Alright, Alpha. Let's finish this. Or at least finish the second half. Or second third. Delta Sigmascape version 4. Another quick queue, I hope. Shouldn't take long. Fingers crossed. Maybe only maybe a minute, 2 minutes. Don't give me hope. Because the moment I step out of here to teleport to go do and finish that cutscene, it's not going to be the moment I exit. It'll be the moment I get right to the point in the cutscene where it decides the queue wants to pop. Never mind, we're just good. It's just being kind to us tonight. And now I have the hiccups. Fantastic. Okay, that's pretty cool. I should zoom out. Yeah, I'm assuming now we're going to be standing in the thing. Okay. Shit. Yeah, that's fair. I should have expected that. I popped arm's length way too early. I can just stand where the rest of the party stands. I don't know why I'm popping heals and mitts. I should just be chilling. Whoa, okay, that was fast. I didn't even see that one coming. Oh, I see. Oh. Didn't expect that one. 2 deaths. Yeah, I feel I'm less confident about this one. To be fair, this is a very weird fight. Ow. I am the Sigma, I am the Omega. Can't believe I died twice. I'm fine with dying once, but I feel bad if I die more than that. God, I really need to play FF6 at some point, clearly. Hey, somebody calmed me, even though I died twice. I'll take it. I probably don't deserve it, but I'll take it. That's it, isn't it? She's won. This contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. The Sigmascape test world will now be erased. Come on, we should go find her. Nero? Talk to me, man. Are you hurt? You could say that. I had a visitor while you were attending your little Ironworks reunion. Omega. Damn it, we should have never left you alone. Not after what happened to Biggs and Wedge. As if I would trail along behind you, like some sniveling lapdog. No, I chose to remain, and behold the results. This was my victory. It was my ingenuity that defeated these foes. Even your precious warrior of life was just another variable in my grand experiments. Alright, Nero, save your strength. I'll fetch the warrior light and Omega. Or Alpha, and then we can get out of here. Garland. The next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter that brilliant mind of yours, to do what must be done. And I'm not just talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology and keep yourself locked up in chains. I'm doing the wrong voice. But another battle won. Thy might knoweth no bounds, child of man. The Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Warrior of Light. Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior combat abilities. I've constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I have taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the wild fluctuation in values, is it possible your limits are exceeded by an unpredictably high degree when engaged in battle? Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations necessary. You will exhibit your full potential unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction. Placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Oh, that's probably not good. Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. In precisely 180 seconds, I will terminate your life. You are attempt to escape with every last reserve of strength you possess. What the fuck? I don't know why you thought that was gonna work, but okay. Turns into a fucking frog and launches himself with a fucking dime. I mean, it's a strategy, I guess. Brute fucking force. Your participation is unnecessary. Do not interfere. Curious. 'Twould seem the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, Alpha. As for thee, Omega, after the passing of eons, is this truly the extent of thine evolution? I have glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence and judge that my guidance here is no longer needed. Midgard Somer is like, yeah, you're weak as fuck. Alright, I'm out of here. Fuck off. Hi? Midgard Somer? Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I've reached beyond my strength at the last. So be it. Such a death becometh thee not. Yeah, just try to break that and not crush me in your jaws, please. Why are we glowing? To slumber shall I betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee is be mine in form, but not in spirit. Midgard Somer, again your actions are incomprehensible. Heed me, empty vessel. Thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that which by thine own admission defieth thine understanding is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is thine for the taking. Acknowledged. Attempt to artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. Hey, buddy, it's alright. You tried your best. Really don't know what you were trying to do, but you tried it. I need your help. It's Nero. He's... Twould seem we all have a tale to share, but not here. Come on, we're leaving. The chief has already departed for Ralger's Reach. A few of our people were on hand to help him transport Nero. Oh, and I was told to tell you that Jesse expects a full report as soon as it's convenient. And by that, she generally means now. Teleport back there, finish the quest, and then I will be getting off for the night. We've made good progress, though. I'll take getting through another third of the Sigmascape, Omega. Fuck. It's not. I guess I was a little ambitious at the start of the week when I said that we might be able to get through the remainder. You know, obviously that's not the case, but it's okay. We're making progress, slowly but surely. I was told you make it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own 2 eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back soon with news, if you don't mind waiting. Chief, how is he? Not good. It seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting on a brave face, but haven't seen his injuries. I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Churgeon confined him to bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero won't be coming with us. Midgard Somer is taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? And it won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder, and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jesse, and I may yet take you up on it when the time comes. But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what happened and about what lies ahead. Poor thing, he seems worried. I appreciate your attempt, little guy. Well, that got a smile out of him. We may not yet understand what he says, but I think we can understand how he feels. Right. As much as I'd like to stay and chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. We need to be stronger. We need to be ready when Omega calls on us again. Let's make sure that we are. Alright. That's a good place to call it. Thanks, everybody, so much for watching. If you still are, I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. The Pathfinder stream for tomorrow will be a little later in the evening, unfortunately, because I had to switch shifts at work around a little bit. It's not a huge deal. We'll probably be starting at 7:30 or 8:30 rather than 7:30 EST. But regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is to hit the buttons on your respective platforms, whether that be the follow button on Twitch, the subscribe, the bell, and the like on YouTube. Join the Discord for notifications when I go live. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. Bye-bye.